Hey guys, it's Chris you're seeing here back from Mtd Small Again. I'm making another video here. This video deals with a Mtd 10 horsepower, so a 10.5, 28-inch cutting path on this machine. Customer called me up and told me the machine wasn't driving for them because they were using this machine quite heavily, I guess, the past few years. And the machine, as is right now, was not driving for him, so he told me a spring maybe broke or something like that possibly, so he wanted us to check it out. And we did find out he does have a spring broken on the, what's it at down here? The drive mechanism down there for it. However, the machine also has multiple other issues, and I say multiple because he has at least 4 or 5 other issues that are going to be costing big bucks on this machine. The first one you can see right here is the actual actuator for the call it the chute on here for that. This thing is basically broke right there. It's broke out of the housing on there, plus the rheostat right here is broke too. You see here it's all basically dug up on there, so whenever this thing actuates, it's dug up on this specific part, and it's dug up down inside here as well too. As you can see, it's basically chewed up and it's all effed up down inside there. I personally do not like that design because of that. It's basically a unnecessary option on these machines, because anytime you complicate something, you make more parts are going to break on there, and it's never a good idea for that. The second thing was he had a spring that was broke down inside. Let me see here, you probably can't see it, on the tensioner right down inside here. This tensioner, he actually broke because it was all rusted up down inside. It was sitting down inside the belly pan. That was another thing that was broke on her for that. And the 2 other bigger things on here, I'm saying flip this thing up with one hand. I probably can't. This is a heavy son of a bitch anyway, so if you get one of these big ones, it's always a good idea to have somebody help you out with them anyway. So you can flip it straight up and down so you can get a better piece of this. There we go. Okay. Yeah, right in the back down here is your transmission, or the drive unit on here. His drive unit, as you see right down inside here, he is missing a spring down on here for the belt pressure plate and the drive wheel up here. Your pressure plate, and this pressure plate comes from a belt from the engine right there, and basically it drives the transmission right there for that. So basically you have a belt drive, it goes up off the engine's pulley, comes down here, and you have this wheel right here that actually spins against it, and that in turn turns your drive chains right there, and the drive chains go up to your wheels, and that's how you drive it. Well, apparently in his one right here, the wheel right there on the right hand side was completely worn down. You can actually see it. It was worn down so much that the metal part where the rubber wheel actually sits in, was grinding on the actual disc here, because this disc is all scored up all along here like a brake rotor would score up after somebody basically running the brakes nice and hot on there and getting dirt and debris down inside him. So he's going to need quite a bit of work on this one. It's probably going to take me 5 to 7 hours at least to have this thing taken apart, put back together, and test running after that too. Plus, anytime we do something like that, we always replace the belts and stuff like that too, since you got it apart anyway underneath there for as well too. So that's that job, or most of those parts right there, those that pressure plate, that rubber wheel right there, plus that assembly, they're well over $100 just for those 2 parts, or that does not include shipping and handling, tax, and putting it back together is on top of that. The other thing on the other side over here, the auger chute assembly adjustment arm right here, it's basically actuated up here. You can see up here, this thing turns side to side like that, and it rotates 2 cables down, so you can see the cables moving back and forth right there down inside or for that. Well, that thing right there is another 60 to 80 bucks at least for that, plus the new housing or another 50 to 80 bucks on top of that too right there. So this job's probably gonna be well over $400 to repair it properly for that, because of all these issues that need to be addressed on her for that. If anybody has any questions, comments, whatnot on something like this, basically these machines typically retail for about, I think, $1,500 to $1,800 online, because I was pricing them out here this morning for a new machine almost identical to this one right there for that. If anybody has any questions, comments, whatnot, again, just either leave me a message on my phone or leave me a message here on my page as well. I'll see you guys.